The NGE finals underway for Real Madrid, the record and reigning champions. And the overtime elite, 8 of their 10 players with their debuts. And how about a way to kick it off for them? Kevin Savage from the corner. K3 with the 3. And OTE send an early statement. Real Madrid looking to cancel off the mark with their first attempt. Taylor Kinney, one of the stars, the overtime elite, out to Elson. And they turn it over. Taylor Kinney, though, the number 0, is ranked as the number 4 point guard recruit in the US. Out of college next year. An incredible first season, making the All-OTE team. Season that finished in March. On the spin, the score for the lengthy and athletic Sinigoy, the 17-year-old centre, who made 3 senior EuroLeague appearances earlier on this season. Top 3-point shot is off for Kinney. Fabian Kaiser, the 16-year-old star, a German for Madrid, who can play as a point guard at the length of 2 meters 4. Battling his way to the basket, but missing was Duru. And the OTE in transition, down the baseline, the stumble, not the fumble, but the foul. Elson able to tame his dribble. "17-year-old, 2 meters 8 forward. Actually, one of the older players for Rory Frazier's team, turns 18 next month. Went to the OTE semi-finals with his club this past season. In the playoffs, in just 19 minutes a game, he averaged 11.1 points, 5.3 rebounds. He's a 3-level scorer. Able to convert from the strike, OTE by 2. Kaiser threw it away. And Duru, almost running into a commentary table, couldn't save it. One turnover for each team in the first 2 minutes. OTE by 2. It's another one for Kinney. He's 0 of 2. Going to fly forward, Amjevs, one of the players involved in the success last season, albeit as a smaller role player, battling his way to the basket goes Duru. That's the way he plays the game. Duru so often doesn't put up a superstar stat line, but he does the dirty work, the hard work, and sets the tone in so many ways. Savage has 5 points in the first 3 minutes, a 2 and a 3 without a miss. Jeffs taking the ring road around the defense. Jeffs, an 18-year-old Latvian guard. It's Kinney again. He was determined to get going. Taylor Kinney averaged a league 8th best 20.1 points, a league 5th best 5 assists, and a league 3rd best 2.3 steals in the OTE this past season. Jeff's heavily involved early on. He's the team's leader creatively for Madrid, 4.8 assists a game, as well as a team second best 1.5 steals. Only averages 6.8 points, but he's up and running, scoring the basketball already here. Andres to Jimenez. Poked away, out of his pocket. Pieces picked up though. And grabbed by Elson. Shake off, drag back, drop. Big time shot for Taylor Kinney. 5 and a flash for him, and he picks it back. It's another 3. Short this time, they'll crash the glass and convert. Through Colin Paul. He's only just come in, gets an offensive rebound and a stick back. An overtime elite lead by 7 against the record and reigning champions Madrid. A 7-0 run of 5 points from Taylor Kinney. And then a couple from Colin Paul. Javier Juarez's team have a headache already. Battling his way down the baseline, adjusting his shot, missing it though, was Jimenez. Somebody's lost a sneaker. It's Colin Paul who has to come back to get his sneaker on that he left in the backcourt. So a chance for OTE to extend this 7-0 surge. Corey Frazier's team raring and ready and rolling. Kinney. Remember, they're adjusting to the European rules as well. They made a slow start on their debut at the ANGE finals last year. Lost their first game before winning the second and third games. No similar slow start here on their second appearance, despite 8 new players. Real have to rally. Midway point to the first. Plenty of space in the paint, but a turnover. The pass took too long to reach Sidi Goy. And Real have their feathers ruffled. 4 turnovers in the first 5 minutes on Madrid. They've shot 3 of 6 from the field after losing the Spanish Championship game earlier this month against Barcelona and losing their run of 11 straight qualifying tournament wins in this competition earlier in the year. Out of bounds, 15 on the shot clock, still OTE ball. Inbound and the handoff. And the battle to the basket. It's good for Elson. Colin Paul rather, who's 2 of 2. 9 the lead, 9 unanswered points for OTE. Jimenez, high pass, disrupted by Paul, who telegraphed the flight path. It slipped through the fingers of Paul though at the other end of the floor. Second turnover for Corey Frazier's team. But that's still half as many as Madrid. Madrid have committed 5 now in the first 6 minutes. Andres, the ball going through multiple hands. Bjelic inside, they work it well. Goy, and he's foul. Much better for Madrid that time. They get Sidi Goy to the line, although he's only a 50% free throw shooter through his ANGE career. He's the second youngest player for Madrid on the team at last year's finals. Senegalese centre averaged a team-high 2.2 blocks a game at the Munich qualifying event in January. 7.8 points with 59% two-point shooting. Many men his size, foul shots are not his forte. He does get the second, and he stops that 9-0 run for OTE. They committed another turnover. A chance for Real to start the recovery. I think Javier Juarez was asking for a sportsmanlike foul somewhere. He's appealing to the official at this end of the floor. That is an issue for OTE, that they are now at the foul limit. So they've had a 9-point lead, which has been cut to 8. And now could be cut further by Madrid, who still have a foul to give in the first. Adrian's Anjevs at the line. Starting for Latvia at last year's under-18 Euros, where he averaged 12.1 points, 6 assists a game. A 6-point margin, and that's 3 points coming from Madrid. 4 minutes to play in the first. Kinney gets it back. Quick touch pass onto the interior, and a quick pull of the trigger by Alson. Alson hitting his first field goal attempt. They're shooting it really well, OTE, but flying to finish. 1-7 going to the heavens against another. Hildas Jimenez past Umidush. 3-3 off the mark for OTE. But battling and then getting rejected. If at first you don't succeed, keep on coming. The message for OTE. They're showing the go and the footwork and the finish and the foul. And Hildas Jimenez with a one-man rally for Real off the back of the Goy block. Jimenez had the big dunk, and now a chance at a three-point play. Absorbing contact and converting on his way down to the deck. Getting a much larger role in his second ANGE season. 21.5 minutes a game in Munich. He averaged 10 points. 3.2 rebounds, 1.2 steals. Didn't shoot it too well, but he did from the foul line at 82%. Talk about Madrid looking to put problems behind them. So too Jimenez, who in the decisive group game of that unsuccessful qualifying campaign against the select team, was held to 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 8 from the field as well in the third place game. So he's looking to get right back at it, and the foul trouble now costing OTE as Madrid get back to the line with Campoy. Ignacio Campoy, the 17-year-old forward, who was on the all-tournament team in Munich. He's come in off the bench for a couple of minutes and now got a couple of points. Throws a 9-point gap down to just 4. Three-point shot for OTE, air ball, telegraphed underneath. What a fantastic recovery. A score for Cole Granderson. He's coming off the back of an excellent OTE season, Granderson. With 31 minutes a game in the playoffs, and raised his game, averaging 12.6 points. And took his team to the finals. He's got experience. One player as well as the two who played here at the finals last season. He's the other player as back into the basket goes Campoy for an and one opportunity, and Real have recovered in a big way. The foul on Umadouche. And Campoy perhaps the key. And as I was saying, Granderson perhaps the other player who can adapt quickly for OTE at this tournament, because he played FIBA rules basketball at last year's Under-17 World Cup for the US. It is a challenge for these American players to adapt to the European game. Different size court, different rules. Real Madrid putting a very slow start behind them, have closed a 9-point deficit down to just 3. Campoy and Jimenez have been superb. 3-point shots, rolls around and drops for Granderson, who continues to bring it off the bench. Quick down the floor, it's Jimenez again. Had the pace and the patience, but got denied. And then the reach in transition called on Bilic. Just standing his ground and then owning the airspace was Josh Irving. It's been a big offensive 8 minutes to start these finals for OTE. 24 points already. They're sending a message to Real: keep up with us if you can. Real have raised their game, but a corner 3 short. They're taking plenty of them. 8 3-point attempts, 10 2-point attempts for OTE. In contrast, Real have only taken 1 3-point attempt, 9 on the interior. Anges twisting and turning. His shot off. Still just the 1 offensive rebound for Madrid. Jimenez has 4 points and a block shot. And Campoy has 5 points and a couple of rebounds. They've been the 2 keys for Madrid. Here's Jimenez again. And the whistle. The OTE have been at the foul limit for some time now. I mentioned the OT made a slow start last year because of limited preparation time. It's been a similar situation again this year for them. They only had a week of practice together, and that was a couple of weeks ago before they arrived here in Abu Dhabi. But what a stunning start. It's somewhat cooled now, but they still lead by 6. And another offensive rebound, and that will roll the right side on the rim for them, with Irving using his length again. Josh Irving, his first score, has got a couple of rebounds and an offensive rebound in his 4 minutes now. Irving, who's got the 7'3" wingspan, the 2 meters 8 center. One of a couple of special invites on this OTE team. Beautiful! Brian's Anges with the fabulous feed, drawing the oohs and ahs from this Abu Dhabi crowd. Madrid rediscovering the magic. Anges over his shoulder, digging into his bag of tricks and leaving his teammate with a simple finish. Ilya Frolov to throw it down and ensure the assist from Anges gets on the highlight reel. Irving at the line now. An offensive rebound from Granderson. Outside shot off. And Madrid into the open floor. Jimenez far side. Bielik attacking off the Jimenez pass and scoring. So it's just a 4-point game after they trail by 9. Shot clock turned off though at the end of the first quarter, a high scoring quarter here. Ball in the hands of Taylor Kinney, the OTE star, the floater from mid-range off, but a foul. Kinney with 5 points, 2 assists and a steal in the first quarter. His first year made the All-OTE team. He was the #1 pick in the OTE draft. Ended up being a finalist for the league's MVP award. He also ended up with over 1 million followers on social media after he inadvertently created his own catchphrase. In transition, surely not. There's still time for the fly-in follow. They wanted to count. Bielik. Jaden Wilkins, the number 21 for overtime. He played 2.5 minutes of the first, starts the second. One of the 2 players who did play in this competition last season. So 2 if it goes, toes on the line, and it goes down for Frauloff, the 2 meters 10, 16-year-old center with an outside shot, albeit just the 2. Now Real trail by 1. Frauloff signed by Madrid last season, moving from his native Russia. The outside shots have dried up for OTE now, and Madrid a chance to lead from 9 down. Angives work it through Traore. Angives again on the move, looking to penetrate the paint, passes out Campoy. Angives puts it on the floor again, penetrates once more, showing no fear. Traore gobbled up the loose ball and got fouled. So Amadou Traore, who quite remarkably is looking for his 4th championship at this tournament, will go to the line to try to give Real the lead. Made 1 very brief appearance at the finals as a 13-year-old 4 seasons ago. Real won the title, and then he was a backup to Diane, winning his 2nd and 3rd championships the last 2 seasons. So now looking for title number 4 in his final year at this level. He turns 18 on the day of the championship game on Sunday. Real the lead from 9 down, and a turnover on OTE off the back of that fall behind pair of free throws as well. And a hot start has crashed off the rails. Bielik on the bounce, up by Frauloff. Angives, 4 points, 2 assists for him. Campoy attacking, couldn't convert. Trying to break away to Granderson here, bumping bodies all over the place, but turning it over. Off that transition pressure from Madrid. Tons of turnovers now for OTE. That's after Madrid were committing all of the earlier turnovers. Angives. Through Campoy into the post up for Frauloff. Putting the spin moves on the OTE defense, grabbing their handle on the ball after it came back to him and converting. So Ilya Frauloff has been a key component of the comeback. Now 6 points in 4.5 minutes for the Giant center on 3 of 4 field goal shooting. Frauloff drawing the attention of 2, getting a kind break, but getting the bucket. Madrid by 1. Frauloff again. And towards Traore, who was passed upon straight away. Juarez before taking this job and back-to-back championships at this level. Was a head coach in the Spanish league for a couple of seasons with Fuenlabrada. Also head coach of the Syrian national team previously. Campoy, shot clock down to 4. Working behind the sizable frame of Traore, fires the 3 and makes it. Ignacio Campoy. It's 8 points for him. And they've called out a 2. Toes on the line for Campoy. There's the shot from Campoy. Just putting that right foot on the line, but what a fantastic attempt from him with the shot clock winding down. So 7 in 7.5 minutes for Campoy, 3 rebounds as well. Twisting and turning and missing was Umadouche, who struggled so far. 1 of 4 from the field. Has only played 3.5 minutes. That got away from Madrid as they tried to attack at pace. Karlov, the turnover, 6 points in 5 minutes for him. 3-point shot for Kinney, off, rebounds Campoy. They've lost so many stars, Madrid, but they've got new players looking to step out of the shadow and steal the spotlight. They lead by 6 now. The first 3 for Bilic, and the deadly transition attack for Jimenez. They must have been thinking, some of these players, it was easy coming here, taking a 9-point lead in the first few minutes against the record and reigning champions, but Real have responded in a big way. Umadouche, a travel. And that'll be the 7th turnover on OT to match the 7 of Madrid. But most of Madrid's coming early. Three of those 7 turnovers from Adam Umadouche in just 4.5 minutes on court. Jimenez. Bilic, who's played a big part, and Traore on the quick pass from Bilic. So 10 the lead for Madrid, the largest lead of the game, 4 minutes into the second quarter. Kinney creates a bit of breathing room to attack, just pulls up for the 3 and misses it. Offensive rebound. Kinney falling to 2 of 7 from the field. One of 4 on the outside, Kinney. OT get another go with the baseline inbound. Kinney, a 33% three-point shooter in the OT this past season. Umadouche off again. He's only 1 of 5 from the field now, 0 of 3 on the outside. Madrid are turning the screw. Still a long, long way to go, but they're starting to look like the champions. Umadouche racing to the corner to save it. Gets it into the hands of Kinney. It's another 3-point attempt. Back iron this time. Rebound Traore. OT have taken more 3s than 2s now, but they're only 3 of 15 on the outside. 8 of 13 on the interior. Trying to drop a load of 3-point bombs has not paid dividends so far. In contrast, Javier Juarez's team have only taken 3 3-point shots in the game, hitting 1 of them. A few more outside shots than that, but toes on the line, but still 21 2-point attempts, hitting 14. Traore. Jimenez, 6 points for him so far. Campoy's got 7. Hand off far side to Garcia Plata, and the outside shot as he points towards his bench in celebration. Maximo Garcia Plata, only just in off the bench, hits a 3. Right on cue after I was talking about the 3-point problems of OTE, as they miss another and drop to 3 of 16 on the outside. It's getting away from them, down 13. An offensive rebound again though, and they get the long 2 to 4. As you see there, Madrid 2 of 4 on the outside, OTE 3 of 16. Maximo Garcia Plata in business straight away on the outside. Jimenez, he's going to attack. Oh, what a move! Jimenez, the crossover and then the burst to the basket. Gildas Jimenez starring in the first half for Madrid. 3. The 3 they badly needed from Savage. He's got 2 of their 4 triples. That's followed by a Madrid turnover. So further encouragement for Overtime Elite. But look at this move. The combination of skill and athleticism from Gildas Jimenez. He's got 8 points now on 4 of 6 shooting. Kevin Savage, 8 points to lead Overtime Elite now. He's 2 of 3 from 3. The rest of the team only 2 of 15. Another turnover though. They can't make the most of it in transition, with Savage looking to drop it off for a teammate, hoping he would be free. But the passing lane plugged in the paint. Big opportunity blown to get feet firmly on the comeback trail here. A quick jab out of the left hand from Gunnars Greenvelds. 17-year-old Latvian who's coming off the Madrid bench. Fourth foul on OTE here in the second quarter. They've already got 2 players sitting on 3 fouls. Kevin Savage, their top scorer, picking up a 3rd, and Colin Paul on 3 as well. Remember, only a 10-man roster for Corey Frazier's team at this event. So plenty of problems for them right now. They're rediscovering their belief on the court with the group that they have got out there. Nelson recently moving to 7 points on perfect field goal shooting. Kinney, Granderson, Irving and Rosario out there as well. They've been down 13, but they could close the gap to just a couple of possessions here. Instead, they turn it over. 9 turnovers for each team in the first half. That's too many, as far as both head coaches will be concerned. Corey Frazier understandably agitated. He's got plenty of experience honing players from high school right up to the NBA. And Jevs looking for a carbon copy of that highlight reel assist. The defense was having none of it. And Traore stopped from converting. And off the back of the improved defense, Overtime Elite launched their offense. But now 7 points without reply in around a minute and a half. Just a 6-point game. Madrid forced to call the timeout to try and continue to preserve their advantage into the main break. Outside shot, short. Battle for the rebound. Campoy comes up with it. of space on the interior, right at the end of the shot clock, and a foul. And Sidi Goy took off towards the basket. As the shot clock buzzer sounded, he was fouled first. There's the foul, and there's the backboard lighting up. So Sidi Goy at the line where he split his previous pair. Madrid at 8 of 12 as a team. Scored his first EuroLeague points this season at senior level. Sidi Goy, 2 of 2 from the foul line in one of those 3 appearances he made. He splits the pair again. Not on par with his career 50% average. 3-point shot again for OTE, halfway down, back out again. Into the hands of Alson, offensive rebound once more. Granderson with composure, and over everything with the shot. Shot clock down to the final few ticks, didn't hit the rim that last one. 3-point shot off again as Campoy closed out the shooter. And overtime Elite fall to 4 of 17 from 3. The foul limit as well, so Madrid at the line to try and re-establish some healthy breathing room and extend their advantage to as many as 9 points. Campoy, a perfect 3 of 3 there already in the game. So 9 the advantage. Campoy has 9 points, 5 rebounds in the first half in just 12 minutes of action. 3-point shot again a miss. 4 of 18 now, but again an offensive rebound. I've been hoping that's the great equalizer. 12 offensive rebounds for OTE, just 7 for Madrid, but they're not making the most of them. Fast break. And a foul. Trying to surf some skin over the top was Cole Rosario. Trying to take a hit for his team was Garcia Plata. Cole Rosario does have those springs in his sneakers. The 185 shooting guard who really can fly. He was on the All-OTE team this past season. He's not really got going yet in this game. 4 of 4 from the foul line though, and the gap close to 7. Campoy wanted it in the corner in front of us. Commentary table didn't get it. Instead it goes onto the inside and flying and falling and hitting hard. And on the defensive end was Irving. Send Goy to the line. As he tumbles over the top of Goy, Irving, and goes down with a thud. Fortunate not to injure that right shoulder. What an insight into the athleticism of these American players, though, that 2 meters 8 center Josh Irving flies like that, falls like that, and picks himself back up like that. Third trip to the line for Goy, the first time he's made both. So he moves to 4 of 6 from the stripe. That's a couple of big points for Madrid. 9 the lead. In touching distance of the half century before the half. 51 seconds to play. We're going to have a timeout for OTE. Tailing Kinney, 6 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, an all-round display from him, but struggling from the floor as so many are. And Jimenez looking to show his strength in transition, shoulder to shoulder, missed the shot though. And the turn, and how about upgrading for a chance at a 3-point play for Ignacio Campoy, who hits 11 first half points. The Madrid lead hits 11, and the number 12 looks to take it to 12 from the foul line with the and one. Campoy misses, maybe they'll upgrade even further, and they do grab the offensive rebound off the missed foul shot. And skipping through, not quite scoring, was Garcia Plata, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's painful to watch, I'm sure, from the overtime elite bench for Corey Frazier. The defense of his team has been blown to bits. It's come largely on the interior, where Madrid are 16 of 26. Not taken too many threes, and 14 of 20 at the foul line now with 9 offensive rebounds. In contrast, overtime elite have tried to do their damage from deep. Boy, that has not paid dividends. 12 the Madrid lead. 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock, end of the first half. Kinney going to work in isolation, finds the feed, and his teammate finds the finish, falling down through the foul. Umadouche the score, and a chance to make it a single-digit margin with 4.9 to play in the first half, as Kinney gets his 4th assist. Umadouche this past season averaged a team-high 17.1 points per game for his OTE side. And last season, being the runner-up for the Next Up award that was won by Jaden Wilkins. No, they didn't! What a way to beat the pressure! All of these all of these teams will play on 3 straight games here in the group stage. 3 straight days, and hope for a 4th straight day by reaching the championship game on Sunday. Good job for the coaches to manage the minutes, keep everybody fit and fresh if they can. And that even harder with that 10-man squad for overtime elite. 13 has been the largest lead for Madrid. They'll try and get there again. Anjev's lost it. So too did his teammate Tekin Duru, who's only played 5 minutes, curiously. Came in with a bit of an injury here, but he started the game. Picked up 2 fouls the first 5 minutes. That may well be the reason for his limited playing time. And Savage right back at it, 10 points. I've talked about him being crucial when he's been on the court. Duru, how does he went up? But Savage now the top scorer for overtime elite with 10 points in 9.5 minutes, just 1 missed shot. Irving picking up his 4th foul as Duru attacked him. Josh Irving goes to the bench, the first of those 4 players on 3 fouls in the first half, to then pick up a 4th here in the second. He's been key on the defensive end with 2 block shots, but now 4 fouls in his 13.5 minutes. Madrid by 10. Savage will shoot again. Back iron this time, offensive rebound for Paul. It's a different game with different players out on the court here in the 3rd quarter. And and made it a single-digit game. Duru, Campoy, Goy, Jeffs working with his centre. To stretch the floor. CD Goy, that's not his game. His first miss of the game from the field. Couldn't back it in, Kinney. He's got 8 points, but on 3 of 10 shooting. And the quick attack for Madrid. Jeffs to the line, now has a team high 4 assists. Tailing Kinney, the assist leader, with 4 for Overtime Elite. In that decisive group game in qualifying against the select team, held to only 1 of 8 shooting for 2 points in 21 minutes. The game that cost Madrid a run of 11 straight qualifying tournament wins, as it stopped them reaching the championship game. It's 4 of 4 from the line here, 1 of 3 from the field, 6 points, 4 assists. First foul on Madrid, 2 minutes into the second half. Long range 2, too long. Rebound Campoy. It's his 9th. 1 rebound away from a double-double now. Score for Amjets, who's showing he can shoot. 8 points, 4 assists now. Duru picks it off. He's going to go right away to the hole. Declan Duru delivering the dynamite. And Real Madrid have the largest lead out and out in the game of 15 points. Kinney, Shaw, Madrid really choking the Overtime Elite offense right now, looking to run off the back of it. That time turn it over though. Umadouche, who struggles, gets the scoop and score. Only his 2nd field goal. In fact, stats late to update, his 3rd field goal on 8 attempts. 2 of 7 before that. And Jeffs turns it over, back-to-back turnovers for Madrid, and losing it on his way up. Kinney somehow recovered in the corner. And the foul, Noah Travel on that attack from Elson. Confirmation it is now the double-double for Campoy. 11 points, 10 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds on the OTE backboard. A double-double in only 17 and a half minutes playing time. Jets. Campoy. Hesitation dribble from Campoy, who can do it all, putting the moves on the defense, not converting. Back to by Jimenez. Grabbed by Elson. Sink or swim now for Overtime Elite. Leaping right out of the water, Cole Rosario. How about that leap from Rosario, rocking the rack? But the foul came first. The basket does not count. Second foul on Jimenez. Rosario robbed of his highlight reel play. But he'll have a few over the course of this tournament, I'm sure. Mid-air elevator doors closed on Umadush. He felt that one. Another time Elite felt the full brunt of the backlash from record champions Real Madrid, who've turned a 9-point deficit into a 15-point lead in this game, now reduced to 12. Javier Juarez knowing it's not job done yet with 16 minutes still to play. We've seen how much of a crazy, ultra-competitive Group B can be already. In this game, and indeed the first game in this group earlier on, with Žalgiris coming from 11 down to beat last season's runners-up Inset. Jimenez right to the goal. Gildas Jimenez ties Campoy as Real's top scorer on 11 points. Umadush, three-point shot, short, grabs his own rebound. Mid-ranger before the defense could get there, dropped by Alson, who now ties those two Madrid players as the top scorer in the game on 11. Is the gap again, midway point of the third quarter. And a turnover on Madrid, several of them in this quarter. Umadush fouled hard. And the fall was even harder for Duru. And he is all pumped up. Duru losing it, trying to make amends with the chase back, ending up in a heap beyond the baseline at the feet of the cameraman. Fouling Umadush in the process. Umadush out the line where he's 3 of 3 so far. He could also get to 11 points if he makes them both here. Duru picks up his 4th foul. We talked about 2 fouls the first 5 minutes of the game. He's had 2 the first 5 minutes of the third quarter as well. So 4 for Duru, who goes back to the bench in just 10 minutes play. Goy got it, attacked straight away against multiple opponents, but can do nothing with it. And overtime, Elite sensing perhaps this is their moment to really mount that comeback. Turnovers on Jimenez as part of Madrid's 15 in the game. So a joint game-high 11 points, but 6 turnovers. Campoy, another rebound. It's going to be an almighty double-double by the time he's done. 11 points, 12 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds now. Creating his own free path through the paint, and missing was Anges, backed up by his teammate Goy. 10 points for Goy, 3 scorers in double figures. Overtime, Elite knocking down a rare 3. Only their 5th of the game on their 25th attempt. The first for Rosario on his 5th attempt. So he's 20%, as are his team. And that one comes at such an important juncture in this game. That turnover does not for them. That's not what they were looking for, with 4 minutes of the third to play and looking to mount momentum. Angevs. Umadouche off another Madrid turnover, 16 now, and Umadouche right the way through, and they're back within 2 possessions. Campoy, inside, little floater will go for Bilic. 9 points for him. It feels like a key period of this game now. As overtime, Elite tried to reel Real back in, and they've got their offense back moving again. They're in the third quarter with Real in foul trouble as well. 19 third quarter points is already more than they scored in the second period. It's got off the back of defensive pressure and Madrid turnovers. They burst down the baseline. Jimenez with the highlight reel store and score. Overtime Elite battling onto the interior, taking fewer threes now, crucially, and doing their damage on the interior instead. Remember at halftime they'd taken more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts. They've taken 6 more 2s than 3s. Jimenez up to 13 points and up to the top 4. But it's overtime Elite with the wind in their sails right now. Closing what has been a gap of 15 points down to 6. The key has been their defense and their ability to attack on the interior rather than the exterior. They go in the lane again, back out to Kinney, far side, they do get an open look for 3, and now they're going down as well. Rosario, who was 0 of 4 before making 2 in a row. Now this a 1-possession game in the second game of Group B. The Real had a 15-point lead. The largest comeback of the day might come from overtime Elite. Campoy dropping it off delightfully, and Traore putting it in. Umadouche against his opposing number 7, who did well to force the miss. Bilic in a free pass towards the paint, but he could go no further. This is now a 24-18 third quarter in OTE's favour. The block that time from Paul, one of those players who got limited minutes first half because of foul trouble, like Alson and Savage. Scrapes and scratches, and the ball in the process was Alson. Kinney couldn't convert. Off the window, and here comes Bilic. And Traore again from Bilic once more. Bilic now 9 points, 4 assists. 3 players from Madrid have 4 assists. Campoy, Bilic and Angevs. Kinney, the leading creator in the game with 5 assists. Nobody else has more than a couple for OTE. Jimenez running into the foul. Madrid have scored consistently throughout the course of the contest, 20 points at least in each period. Hoping that offense can hold off the onslaught of overtime Elite, who produced 24 points this quarter after they had 27 in the first, but their offense fell off a cliff, scoring just 16 in the second. Madrid keeping OTE at arm's length, up by 9. They closed a 15-point deficit down to 3. The first game in this group saw double-digit comebacks from both teams before Žalgiris won in overtime. There's a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. End of the third quarter. Madrid looking to hold it as long as they can. Jets to get in behind, blocked off. There's still plenty of time here for OTE to generate a shot, and they do in spectacular fashion. Start to the fourth. Madrid begin with the ball, up by 7. Bielich. Garcia Plata lost it. Pressure into the backcourt. Can he pick it up? Backcourt violation. And Madrid's 19th turnover. Now, the possession categories heavily in OTE's favour. Madrid have now committed 5 more turnovers than the Americans. And the Americans have grabbed 4 more offensive rebounds than Madrid. Plenty of extra shots for OTE. Are they going to earn themselves a shot to win it? A shot to shock the whole competition as they close the gap to 5 points. Nelson again crucial to the cause. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals in 17 minutes for him. Having to manage early foul trouble, but he's avoided picking up his 4th. That could be the key for OTE. Underarm harm for Garcia Plata to the hopes of overtime elite completing that comeback. 7 to get, 9 to play. Taylor Kinney, a game-high 7 assists now. 5 rebounds, 8 points. Might be a triple-double threat through the course of this competition at some point. Umarush has found a way to score after a slow start now as well. 17 points to lead all scorers. Despite going 0 of 5 on the outside, he's now been able to attack the interior like his team to go 6 of 8, as well as 5 of 5 at the foul line. Madrid's outside shot off. A wrestling match for the rebound. A jump ball is the call. Ignacio Campoy's double-double is now 11 points, 15 rebounds. As he wrestles that one down. But the possession arrow favours overtime elite. So 29 PIR for Campoy. The 3-point shot is off. But an offensive rebound again. Umarush couldn't quite get the roll of the rim off the back of the 17th offensive rebound for OTE. Cries of encouragement from the crowd for the travelling Americans. Many of their friends and family here in support, crossing the pond. Quick corner 3. It's a big shot for Garcia Plata. Well, he's only played 9.5 minutes, but he's got 9 perfect points and a couple of steals. Able to cancel was Alson. And a 17th rebound for Campoy. Garcia Plata attacking and getting fouled now. But Ignacio Campoy with a big rebound for his team, because overtime elite have had so many offensive rebounds off missed threes. That time Campoy protects his team's backboard. Now has 17 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds. And Madrid could go back up by double figures. can they do with the still perfect Maximo Garcia Plata? 11 points. I beg your pardon, he has missed one free throw, but he's perfect from the field at 3 of 3. Kinney breaking ankles and banking it in. Tailing Kinney gets his 8th assist as his teammate goes glass for the score. Foul then from Alson is his 4th, so Savage, Alson, Paul and Irving all on 4 fouls for OTE. Traore, left unguarded, won't shoot the 3. Garcia Plata, he certainly will. Gets inside. 3rd foul on OTE in the first 3 minutes of the 4th quarter. That's tough to take for them. Only 1 foul to use the rest of the way before they start sending Madrid to the line. Finally, one of those players fouls out, and it's Asher Elson who picks up his 5th. He's been crucial for them. Their second top scorer with 15 points, their joint top rebounder with 6, and their joint top steal getter with 3. And his race is run. Rosario. Tough fade, backed up another offensive rebound. Kinney. 10 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, make it 6 rebounds now for Kinney, 4 offensive rebounds. And for the team, 18 offensive rebounds, 6 more than Real. Side skip, 3-point shot off for Garcia Plata. And overtime elite given encouragement to run. Options left and right. Flipped out, far side, sneaker on the sideline. That is a tough turnover. Savage had plenty of time to position his feet in that corner, but step back onto the line. It's even more tough given he's one of their best 3-point shooters. They're only down 6 though, and they get the ball back again. Traore the rebound. Jimenez, 15 points to lead Madrid in scoring. Can Boyd the double-double to lead all players in the game in PIR. Garcia Plata, impeccable in his 11 minutes. Jimenez, knock it down over the top of Savage. Paul skipping through and scoring with the left-hand push shot. Colin Paul up to 10 points. Only 10 players for OTE on the roster. 6 of them now scoring in double figures. And spread it around. 6 players between 10 and 17. Madrid have 4 double-digit scorers, 1 more on 9, and 2 more on 8. So both teams have been really well balanced on the offensive ends. It's a 7th rebound for Kinney. So he's now got a 10-8-7 performance. Madrid commit just their 2nd foul. It's a 10-7 4th quarter in favor of OTE so far. They've closed the gap back down to 4. They're trailed by as many as 15. The kick out, the push to the corner. Umadu's big 3, and he gets it to get them within a whisper. Well, it's not a 3. With a right foot on the line. Seen many of those today. Here in Group B in particular. That one certainly is a three if it goes. It doesn't. And OTE will run again, pushing the pace and piling the pressure on Madrid. But what an answer from Jimenez. And he gets it back. Throws it up. Traore back out. They look to recycle it. Have to slow it down. Look for all the world like OTE would get the tie from 15 down. But Real still lead. Jet shot clock down to 3. Tough shot off as he was off balance. A point in Madrid's favour. Well, look at this. Over the top of one, number 7 comes another. Jimenez from the blind spot denying Umadush. What a play that is in an offense-orientated game on the defensive end down the final stretch from Jimenez. Umadush the rebound, another chance for the tie for overtime elite. Rosario trying to switch the shot, force into the miss in doing so. That Real lead dangling by a thread. They've led by as many as 15, and on 2 occasions now, overtime elite have been within touching distance of tying. The chase back block for Jimenez. And then the close shot from Rosario. 3-point shot this time. An overtime elite miss. 3.5 to play. The score here for Madrid would feel significant. Here's Andrzejewski. High catch in the corner. Shot clock's about to expire. Shot away off the side of the backboard from Campoy. Turnover number 21 on Madrid in this game. Record and reigning champions Madrid were to lose to overtime elite. That's still very much a possibility. Evan Savage back in on his 4 fouls. Lightning fast crossover and attack. Doing his best to build a defensive ceiling above with Sidi Goy. That comes at the cost of a foul. Kinney's inbound, 10, 9 and 8 for him now. Flirting with a triple-double with 3 minutes to play. Kick across, Umadush. Over the top of Goy. And quick passing down the floor from Madrid. They work it to the outside for the open 3, knocked down by Bierlich. Beautifully done from Los Blancos. 7 the lead. A huge shot because it makes it a 3-possession lead with 2.5 minutes to play. That's how you work the fast break for the outside pinpoint shot. Savage. Kinney. 10, 9 and 8 for Kinney. He takes the shot, misses it. Duru the rebound. Their experienced glue guy on the court for the finish, Declan Duru. Andrzejewski penetrates the paint right the way through, found a free path through it for the score. And he becomes the 6th double-digit scorer for Madrid now. Their high-flying defense getting the job done again. But overtime elite turning to the interior for their attacks in the second half. And the answer for Madrid has been Sidi Goy. they slam the door shut on an overtime elite comeback now. A chance to go up by double figures. Campoy off the glass, got it. 13 points for him. And 11 the lead for Madrid. Surely they put the comeback attempt of overtime elite to bed. And Goy again dominating the airspace. Sidi Goy with his 4th block of the game and his 2nd in quick succession. That improvement and that alteration in offense for overtime elite in the second half. Deciding to attack more of the interior after their torrid display on the perimeter in the first half. Sidi Goy making sure the paint is shut for them down the final stretch as well now. With 10.6 assists. Goy putting his opponent in the spin cycle. And he'll go to the line for 2. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 block shots for Sidi Goy. Savage, the 2nd player to foul out. Quickly followed by a 3rd in Colin Paul. So Savage, Alson and Paul are all done now. With overtime elite down to just 7 available players. Josh Irving on 4 fouls as well. Goes on the line again on an outside shot, missed by Wilkins. We've not seen too much at all of Jaden Wilkins. He's struggled so much on the perimeter, and he's one of their best 3-point shooters. Although he goes 0 of 2. He classed that one as a 3, but I can tell you his toes were on the line. It was a miss nonetheless. And they attempted a comeback from 15 down for OTE, closing the gap to just a couple of points and missing a couple of opportunities to get level. Now Madrid back up by 13. And time about to expire on overtime elites. Attempts to find the right combinations. The problem is the combination that has worked for them has run into foul trouble. Positive plus minuses for both Savage and Elson, but both fouled out. Inbound pass for a free-flying Goy to hit 15 points, neck and neck with Jimenez for the top scorer for Madrid. Real Madrid within touching distance of the century in points. Quick response from overtime elite. All that does is give Madrid the opportunity for another quick score of their own to get towards 100. So have a chance with 25 seconds still to play to get to 99 from the line with Bjelic. He could become their top scorer if he makes both. He's got 6 assists, 14 points, 5 rebounds, Bjelic. After only playing 3 times at his debut ANGE event in January, when he only averaged 5 points in 9.5 minutes. The 17-year-old Serbian announcing himself really on the ANGE scene here. A breakout performance from him in the first game of the finals. Three-point shot for OTA, quick shot again, Guinea. 14 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, but they give Madrid the chance to hit the century. And an unsportsmanlike foul has been called. And overtime elite were not thinking about, well, look at that, a tug of the jersey from Umadush. Overtime elite were just thinking about the quick shots, the last 2 possessions. They weren't thinking about holding Madrid under 100. Concerned about their defense being humiliated in that regard. 10-point misses the first of a pair, but Madrid will get the ball back off the back of them due to the unsportsmanlike. So if they play their cards right, they should have the final possession of the game. 14 points, 18 rebounds. Put that in perspective, nobody else in the game has more than 7 rebounds. In fact, Kinney's got 9, I beg your pardon, but nobody else more than 7 underneath the 9 of Kin. And Jets and Goy will take them past the century. A statement sending score tally from the record champions in defence of their ANGE crown. They're here for a three-peat as they hand overtime elite defeat with a 101-87 win. Madrid put an early 9-point deficit behind them for a tough start, then retaliated to go up by as many as 15. Overtime elite did their best to reel them back in, but Madrid win it by 14 in the end, 101-87.